Hello everybody, my name is Jeremy, and I've been living in my van for 1 year now, coming up in like 5 days or something. So I'm like, I better make a video. I haven't made a video on YouTube in like months, it seems like, and I was being pretty consistent with it. So I want to share what's been going on in my life, and I just need to share it because it's not allowing me to make any videos where I'm talking and being vulnerable and just sharing my day-to-day life on here. I guess I just have to go right into it. That's what's so complicated, is like straight off the bat, in June, I got a really tragic phone call from my home in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm in Los Angeles, California now. I got a phone call from my mom with the news that my sister was, trigger warning, killed in a hit and run incident. And it really just, shook me and my loved ones to another. I don't really know how to explain it, but it really shook our life up, and it still is really affecting us to this moment. And this is the reason why, I just haven't been able to make any YouTube videos. I've still been making short edits and stuff on other social platforms, and still making clothes and stuff like that. But when this happened, I had to experience this kind of grief, and still am, in a new place, on my own. And it has been extremely just energetically challenging, and it's crazy how hard it is to just talk about this on camera like this. I've talked about this with close friends, people I've met in California, my family. We update each other often, and it's okay to talk about when I share it, but coming on here and sharing this on YouTube, I've just been putting it off. And I thought maybe I could just go back into making YouTube videos again and not have to really discuss it. But every time I've tried to make a video, I just feel like I'm not being honest. So this is just me being honest, and it's been challenging. The challenges are how I feel emotionally, just low energy. I've been really available for friends and new connections, which has been really positive and healthy. But this is just something, I just was not prepared for. I originally moved to California in my van to escape violence and ongoing harassment in my hometown that I was dealing with for maybe 4 years. It got to the point where, I was developing really intense PTSD and bad chronic pain, and it even got me hospitalized, maybe a few weeks before I left my hometown. And that was, maybe my first YouTube video I talk about this stuff. And it just got so bad to the point where I was I'm either gonna become disabled or harmed or unalived in my hometown, or I just gotta let go of everything, get my van, and just go, And I have found the most fulfillment, the most healing, the most joy I've felt in my whole life, to be honest. Living like this, I get to skate, by the beach, and I get to go hike, and I get to see all my favorite pro skateboarders, and just live a life, I dreamed about as a kid, that I couldn't fully imagine. And somehow in this moment, I'm here doing it, and I'm not dealing with any anxiety or PTSD triggers for months, over a year now, living like this. So getting that phone call, it just, it just hit my heart so intensely, because my sister lost her life in that same kind of, tragedy, that I was escaping. And it just, I don't even know what to make of it, to be honest. Her name is Geneva Salazar. They're the person still, on the run, or there's they're still investigating or whatever. This is one of those things where, somebody just didn't pass away, but now there's, the ongoing turmoil of, who did it, and will my family get closure from it, or my sister's friends and other loved ones, and it just, the pain and grieving, it just is ongoing, not in a casual, even though death is never casual, but sometimes you can grieve it and accept it, but this is more of a, I don't know, maybe a more sadder kind of story, I guess. So that's just been my life, for the last couple months. I've had, some really beautiful moments with friends I've made here, and have been able to talk about this, and find a lot of my own kind of peace and clarity through that, but knowing deep down that is still going on, in my hometown with my family. And when I talk to them, I know that it's still a real thing going on. And being out here by myself, I came out here knowing nobody, except 2 friends who are from Albuquerque. And at this point, I've really pushed myself out of my comfort zone to just talk to strangers, make new friends with, people I would usually be scared to talk to, so I would say I'm proud of myself for that part of my growth. I've been able to really open up my heart again and allow just strangers into my life. As before I had left on this journey, I was super closed off. I was really jittery, always watching my back. I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, I have not had to look behind my back in this whole time. I literally forgot about what that feeling was. And I had a friend visit from Albuquerque, and we were talking about this kind of stuff, and I literally forgot some people's names who had harassed me. It just would not even come to my mind. I was like, I can't believe I forgot that dude's name. It's only been a year, and I'm just somewhere else mentally, and overall I feel great. And that was really my first goal. Since that was my first goal, I figured when I get my heart in a good place, maybe I'd start working or saving money, on top of me selling my clothing and stuff like that. But the other, work and stuff like that, it hasn't really clicked yet. So I've just been scraping by, selling my clothing I make online, or I'll sell on the side of the street outside of markets. And it gets me by, barely. Excuse me. Just enough to pay some small bills, get gas, have a little bit of food, and that's it. It's a really simple kind of lifestyle. A lot of people live in bigger cities like this, to go out and, experience events and stuff. And this has been I'm just, resting, skateboarding, hiking, going to the beach, learning how to communicate again with people. And it's been a whole different experience, from maybe what people usually move to cities like this for. I was starting to be a little bit hard on myself. I was like, it's been a year. I haven't saved any money. I haven't made any, advances in that part of my life. But that's okay, that's okay. I mean, I'm still here, but going through a lot of other, things I just shared. So it feels like I'm in a new challenge, I feel better, but now I'm faced with this, of losing my sister. I really want to use, the next couple months of my life to, be there for my family and talk to them, be present in their life, in each other's life, because obviously this life is so valuable, and it's just, life is vulnerable, So I might go back to my town for maybe a month or something for the holidays, just to be present with each other during this hard moment. I guess I'll leave it at that. Maybe after this I'll start making other content on YouTube again, but this is something I just wanted to talk about. It's been really hard. I feel great though. Obviously, I'm still down and grieving through this, but I'm grateful I get to be, somewhere that I feel safe, and I can, connect with different people, and feel hopeful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace. I just want to do this in one fucking take, dude. No bullshit.